Hey guys, welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
And I'm Devin.
And we are back to a Whiskey Wednesday. And again, guess what? It's not Chardonnay.
But we are going to sip, savor, and celebrate.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what is he doing? Oh, yeah, I get it.
So, we are talking about 2XO today.
About? Did we become Canadian?
For a minute there. So, 2XO
Same bad.
is a renowned blender, Dixon Deadman. Dedman. Deadman. Is the creator of this. And his whole kind of premise behind this is he does it in a new barrel, and then he does it in a used charred barrel.
So, the first part of it...
The first dump would be a new barrel.
Okay.
Because that's how bourbons have to be made first.
Correct.
And then he does a second dump out of a charred barrel. It doesn't exactly tell me what level of char, but it does bring a unique profile to his series. And this specific bottle is all about his contribution to oak. And so he introduces an oak chard with a moderate amount of rye into his mash, so it should be nice and sweet, but as spicy as well.
I think like a spicy apple.
And then, you know, he brings out a beautiful oak with some other interesting approaches.
Yeah, I'm not kidding when I tell you I get kind of like an apple, like a spicy cinnamon and clove heavy apple pie. But then I also followed up with some sweet corn.
Gotta take my fishbowl, y'all.
It's definitely all kinds of Christmas baking spices.
So he says specifically on the nose, he finds vanilla, honeysuckle, caramel, and citrus. I agree with the honeysuckle and the citrus.
Okay, I find the honey. But why am I getting apple? I feel like I'm getting some kind of like spicy apple pie. Like if somebody made an apple pie and put heavy on the apple pie spices.
Because when I go to the cabinet, there's a bottle that says apple pie spices, right?
I have it. It says apple pie spices. It's by McCormick. You've not... Well,
no, because when I do an apple pie...
When was the last time you baked an apple pie?
A couple years ago. And I got out the cinnamon, and I got out the clove, and I mixed it all together, and I got out the butterscotch and the kitchen sink, and added it all in there, and dumped it in my pie.
Okay. The barrel notes are definitely...
No,
beautiful.
that vanilla, now that it's had a second, that vanilla is definitely right at the top. No, I get that.
I agree with that. I agree, the vanilla. That's why I like these fishbowl for these bourbons. They seem to just work perfect to me.
I agree also. I'm trying to say, I get a nice lightness of the corn underline.
Yeah, it's not overpowering. The sweet corn
This one is a little bit higher in rye for the mash.
Did you talk about what the proof is?
I did not.
This is a 92 proof, 46 alcohol by volume. And the 2XO, excuse me, has a couple different
options. Legendary,
expressions.
The Gem of Kentucky.
And I've seen the innkeeper's There's something about the innkeeper's selection.
I don't see that one on their site. Huh.
I picked this one up, and we've had this for a little bit, because if you remember my little my bourbon run that you had me go on, when we picked up that Cleveland Underground, I went to the castle in Indiana. Indiana. This is what I also picked up at that specific run. So what I paid for it, I couldn't tell you because I can't remember.
$49.
$50? That's a good deal. That ain't break the bank.
I know this sounds weird.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting a candy cane, like a peppermint to it.
I'm sorry, I don't get that.
Yes, $49.99 at sipwhiskey.com.
Sip whiskey. It's like mysiptequila.com. It's doing good. That's nice.
It's very sweet on the palate. Create a complex balance between the spice notes from the rye and the mash.
Yeah, like I said, it's a spice, not like heat spice. So I'm not talking about like pepper, like a jalapeno pepper or something like that. But I'm getting more like the baking spices, and it's sweet like an apple pie. That's so nice.
Gotta make sure my palate is rich.
It's a very pleasant, sweet side bourbon. I like it. Maybe I get a little bit of honey.
You're definitely stuck on that honey.
I am. It's on the sweeter side to me.
I don't disagree. I find it to be sweeter, but I also find it to be like thinner, so it doesn't stick and last as long. But I was trying to figure out what that unique flavor is, because there's a unique flavor in it. Any ideas?
No. I'm getting cinnamons, some honey, a little bit of brown sugar or molasses. Molasses, that's what I'm getting. More molasses on this.
So the roasted cashew doesn't stick out to you? Like I said, there is a unique flavor in it, and that's what I was trying to kind of
Cashew?
put it to.
Really?
But I agree. I agree with the master distiller that there's a roasted cashew or like peanut brittle that's in there. You're not finding it.
I'm trying to liken the flavors that I'm getting to like a bowl of salted honey roasted cashews. And maybe a little bit. It's not bad. No, I like this. I mean, it's not bad.
I trust me.
$50?
Yeah, I am enjoying this. Let's see.
I swear I paid more than $50 for this. But.
Yeah, and he says it should finish in a light peppery spice. That is what the master distiller says. I don't disagree.
I agree.
But I'm not sold on all your baking spices. I do agree that it's a little more nutty in that cashew, which I agree with. That cashew is beautiful.
Cashew or almond?
Cashew.
No, it's very pleasant. Would you only sip this neat, or would you pair it with a cigar? Would you
I
make it
was
into a
gonna
mixed
say
drink?
this is a cigar all day.
Would you mix it in a mixed drink?
I might turn it into an old fashioned and incorporate some fruit into it only just because. But
Like dried apricots or something like that. Oh. Imagine making it old fashioned, but instead of using like a cherry cordial or whatever you put, you know what I mean?
right.
But using dried apricots or even an apricot marmalade almost.
I would try that. I would be down for that.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Um
I'm coming up with it right now.
I think I would go with that, but this is definitely enough to stand on its own with a cigar and just kind of chill out.
Right.
So, I mean, we are getting ready to go out to one of my favorite places. So, well, the merch manager and I. And so maybe, and I brought it to the channel before, but maybe we'll see if I can get my favorite bartender on for an interview and kind of talk about what is actually behind their bar.
I think that would be great. I think that would be
agree.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, share us on your socials. We appreciate you tuning in each week, and we appreciate you helping us build the channel. But until then,
and if you love tomato soup, don't forget to sip,
savor, and celebrate.
Salud.